Holly get her tomato plants planted, and will Drew not try to frustrate Holly all day? Watch and see.
I'm Holly.
Drew here.
I'm Jerry.
Let's see. This week we had a market, but I did not video because there's just a lot to do, especially in the first market. After this, I'll try to catch some footage of what's going on and what we do before the market as we get prepared for it, and maybe even a little bit of footage of the market. It was quite busy yesterday, wouldn't you say, Drew?
I believe it was really busy, and you know, there's a lot of things to the market that go with the farm that we always are thinking of. So every time we go to the market, there's new things we're going to try. So every week I want to show you all what we're doing at the market, how we changed it up, the concepts that we're using to maybe sell more or get more people into our market. So start watching our videos, keep them up, and you'll see some things we try to do.
Our microgreens did amazing, and we sold out, just like I told Drew we would.
She was right.
But, and then we sold all but 3 bouquets, so we did really well with that, and we sold all the fudge except for 10. So we did a really amazing market, and it was really the busiest one that I've ever been to. It was a steady stream of people from 8:30 on till around 12:30, 12:45. It was just steady stream. So I even heard the other marketers say that that's the busiest that they have seen it as well.
I would agree. It was probably the busiest I've ever seen it. I think the whole time when we're selling, there's a lot of things you got to do and a lot of things you never should do, huh? We see it all the time, but I love the market, so there you go.
So for today, Drew, what do we have in store for ourselves today?
We have a bunch of tomatoes to get in the ground, and just about everything you could imagine on a farm that needs to go in will be going in.
Hopefully.
Yeah, unless we get tired.
We're out.
About 2 o'clock.
Yeah. We have tomatoes, and then we're going to put in a few cucumbers and some squash as well today. Hopefully, tentatively speaking, of course.
You know, it's never about how much you can plant, it's about how well you plant it. I just say that because so there you go.
So let's get busy.
Alrighty, so next we're going to be doing what they would call Amish paste, and it'll be going in this bed here, and then I believe after that we're going to do Super Fantastics, and because we've already planted our Phoenix, which is going to be a succession, we're going to go into our Super Fantastics after our Phoenix starts producing really good. Just got done plowing it, sticking this stuff, black paper fabric on, planting our cherry tomatoes. Don't forget with your tomatoes, y'all, you can plant them really deep. It doesn't matter, just help them root in. We usually have a little system we use. We water, we plant, we water again. Keeps everybody safe. If you have any questions about the cherry tomatoes or anything, comment, say something. Well, we ordered some soil from a place up here by Fort Worth, but it's really good soil. So I mean, with every one of our cherry tomatoes and everything that we can absolutely remember, we try to put some of this mix in. We dig the old out, we build a barrier in there, we add our good stuff in there, and then we plant in that, and then we water really good. So
we're out walking around in the garden. So we thought we'd show you guys what we got going on. Here's the onions that we put in, well, I planted the seeds of onions in November. So we put them in February. I believe it was around the 1st of February. Today is April 24th. So this is how big they've gotten. I'm very excited about them. And then I got to show you guys a huge surprise. So we have spinach, carrots, and beets. And at first I didn't think the beets were going to be good. In fact, I have a video showing where I did not think the beets were going to do good at all. And some didn't. Some don't look that great. Let me show you what we have. So in here are some that look like, I do have some in here that look bad, but I got a lot that look good too. So some of them look like this. So they're not the greatest, right? And so I thought they were all going to look like that, and that was it. However, I came out the other day and I was in utter disbelief that most of them made it. They actually look pretty good. Let me show you what they look like. That's what they look like. So that actually looks really good. And I'll show you one ready for market and how pretty it will turn out. So I'm excited about them. We haven't been doing tons of filming because we've been working so hard. And we've done like 3 markets and we've done really well at them. We've added fudge in, so our homemade fudge, which has been a hit. And Drew's been selling that. And of course we're taking our flowers. We do compete with other people though with the flowers. So they haven't been doing that great. But I'm hoping by the time that mine get here, they'll do better. We took some spinach, and one of our other biggest sellers are
Fudge.
What's the other big seller at the market?
Oh, microgreens.
Microgreens.
All day long.
I love me some microgreens.
Holly did microgreens for almost a year before we even brought them to the market, to be honest with you. She was just making them to eat, and she enjoyed them so much, so we've been able to introduce them into the market, which now our market's getting a little bit bigger. So it'll get bigger. So that's all I got to say about that.
So microgreens, let me tell you about how they taste. So I was going from farmer's market to farmer's market to eat some microgreens, and I was paying a lot of money every week for them. Finally, I told Drew, I'm a farmer. I just need to grow them. So I went on a huge endeavor and I learned as much as I could about them, and I started about a year ago. Of course, with like anything, there's going to be obstacles and there's going to be things that you got to learn. I always get them. I always get obstacles. I don't know if it's just me or if I have a learning disability, but I can't learn. I learn more by experience than I do by reading something. One thing you'll learn as a farmer is just because somebody else can grow it doesn't mean you can grow it, at least in my case. So sunflowers is probably the hardest one to describe. You really can't describe it. So I just have people taste it. So once you taste sunflowers, you're going to buy it because they taste so good. They are by far my favorite. Next is the mixed salad. That is my favorite. I love mixed salad. It's like eating a salad. You can add it to sandwiches, or you can make shakes out of it, or you could do as I do and eat it as a salad itself. Broccoli, well, it tastes like broccoli. Just a mild little flavor of broccoli, but it's delicious. And cabbage is the same. It's just a mild little flavor of cabbage. Radish is just like eating radish. It's really good. It's not really strong like a bite of a radish, but it's got a hint of radish, and it's a little spicy. So you could add it to your salads and it would really kick it up a notch. I actually have a lot of people ask for the spicy salad mix. I haven't done that one yet, but it may be in the future.
El spooning, or spoon, as they would call it in Eastern Europe. It's when you take a finger.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time here on the farm.